This is Kathy Moore. I am here with Rock All Photography Music Magazine, and I'm talking to the guys in Veer Union. Hey. Super excited about that. So excited. So you guys are starting this new tour with Red.
Yes.
The Unstoppable tour.
That's the one.
Today is first day of that, but you guys have been touring. You toured with Saliva and Puddle of Mud, and then you did some of your own. Yep. When did you have time to rest?
We haven't.
No. You gonna have any time to rest?
No. We had one day off, but that one day off was it was kind of stressful.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't really a day off, but it's okay because that's road life, you know, and we're used to it. You know, you just kind of roll with the punches, and you know the bottom line is we're here, we made it, and we're super excited to do this tour.
Yeah. How did you hook up with the guys from Red? Have you known them before? Or?
I've actually I kind of knew them a little bit because we played a couple of shows with the old lineup in like 2011, and but our agent hooked us up. We said we would really love to do this tour, and we're very excited that they chose to have us come on the tour with them. So
that's great.
So just excited to be here.
So I reviewed the new album Decade 2
very cool.
Back in the summer and loved it.
Oh,
I like that it had a good mix of the rock versions, you had the acoustic versions, you had a couple covers. How did all that come about, like the creation of that?
By accident?
Yeah?
No, I'm kidding.
Just like, here's what it is.
No, I mean, we've kind of had a plan of how we wanted to do this album, I'm going to say all the way since back in 2015 when we released Decade 1.
Yeah.
So we kind of did, reproduced a bunch of stuff that was older, and then had the other half of the album was new, and then Decade 2 is the other half of that album reproduced and a bunch of new songs. And and then we just wanted to do some stuff. We've never done covers really on an album before, so this was new for us, and we wanted to do something, as we always do, something that was very relevant to us and how we feel, and something that means a lot to us. And I feel like I think we achieved that.
Yeah, and that's why you chose Numb in particular?
I would say that's why we chose Numb, and we also chose Epic.
Epic, yeah. It's funny because Epic is, I'm just going to say it, not one of my favorite songs in my life, and I'm like, and I listen to it, I'm like, oh, actually, I like this version a lot.
Very cool.
I really liked it. Why was it important for you guys to do Numb? I mean, that's gotten some great hits and a lot of public response to that.
I would definitely say, I mean, for many reasons, but all of us are Linkin Park fans, and always have been, and always will be. And the passing of Chester was definitely I think it hit us hard. It hit a lot of people hard, and I think it was just another way of saying to people, it doesn't matter how rich or how famous you are. People still struggle, with mental health, and we wanted to, we've all kind of been there. I know myself, I've been there, struggled with mental health, and we wanted to just, pay homage to him, and and I believe that we kind of did that.
You did. It was beautiful. It was really great, great. So when you're putting together a set list for a show like this, where you don't have a whole lot of time, tonight you're going to do more acoustic, I hear. How do you pick? Like, I like almost every song, probably every song on Divide the Black and Sky, and then you've got your other stuff, back seasons. How do you pick your old stuff and you want to introduce the world to your new stuff? How do you kind of create that set list?
It's getting to the point now where we have so much material out there and so many albums where it's like we kind of go, what are our two favorite songs, and what are our fans' favorite songs, and we kind of just have to balance it out and go, okay, well, we can take two off that album, two off this album, two off that album, maybe one off this album, two off this album, and that's pretty much how we've been doing it.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite song then? If you have to pick one or two, what's one of your favorites?
Jeez. Well, there's what is my favorite song and what's my favorite song to play live.
That you would choose to play live in your set list.
Well, if we didn't have to play acoustically, I would probably say it's a toss-up between Brave the Impossible and Divide the Black and Sky.
I love Divide the Black and Sky. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's one of my favorites. What about you?
Defying Gravity is pretty intense. My neck really feels it after that.
Yeah.
Like faint after banging so hard. And
that's true.
I like playing that one.
Yeah.
Brave the Impossible is pretty awesome to play too. I like that one.
Yeah. I personally like I Will Remain. I'd really like to hear that.
Yeah,
you could add that on there.
Yeah, see, that's the tough part, because if we sat down with a room of fans,
they'd all have something.
They would all have something. So it is difficult to to pick. But I Will Remain has always been one of my favorite songs, and we've never played that song live. Never even had a chance.
I know, and I keep hoping. I thought maybe I'll just plant that in their ear.
Yeah, well, there's always next year. Okay. There's always next year.
I'll come and see you again then. So, real fast, are you guys hockey fans?
I would say these guys are probably bigger hockey fans than I am.
I read somewhere that Seasons was used for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yes.
True.
I used to really like that song, and now I don't.
Oh,
now I have to hate
Oh, wow.
She doesn't like
Columbus
Pittsburgh.
Blue Jackets.
All the Blue Jackets.
Or the Blackhawks before the Blue Jackets came along.
Blackhawks before the Jackets.
Anybody besides
sorry.
the Penguins.
This interview is over. No, I'm just kidding.
Anybody besides the Penguins. So when I read that, I thought,
We're Oilers fans.
well, I can get behind the Oilers. I can get behind them. Just anybody but the Penguins.
That's how I feel about the Leafs. So there you go.
I can get that.
Yeah, the Leafs are just the worst.
So, Living Not Alive, new video. I watched it today.
Cool.
So great. It's nominated for an award. Tell me just a little bit about that.
Well, we're super excited because of the fact that was probably, when we were going into making this record, I think that was our favorite song. Was like one of the first songs for that album. And there was a point in time where we were like, oh, is this song going to turn out as good as we want it to? And then halfway through, and we're like, oh, it's not turning out. And then we finally got it mixed, and it was like, it is what we wanted it to be. And we were so excited. And then it was the same thing when we shot the video. We're like, this is not turning out the way we wanted it to turn out. And then we worked it, and then all of a sudden it was like, wow, actually this is exactly the video we wanted. It was a hard work, this album, but we're just very proud of how it's turned out, and we're super proud that the fans are digging it as much as they are too.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
Things are good.
There's plenty of headbanging in that video too.
It sure is,
I saw a lot of that going on.
I was so sore for days.
Maybe
even like weeks after that.
Yeah.
More sore after the video than actually even after tour.
Yeah,
we went straight from tour.
So, which is odd, because like if you're not on tour and you shoot a video and you're headbanging, it really hurts for a while. But usually after tour, we can rock out all night. You don't wake up sore at all. But after that video,
wow,
that was a tough.
Maybe you're more stressed. It's like kind of a little bit more out of your element.
It is stressful.
You're used to
shooting a video is stressful.
It's very stressful.
You're used to only like rocking out an hour a night, right? But for the video, it's like for 10 hours straight, 12 hours.
Yeah.
It's not a fun process.
Yeah, and everyone thinks that, it's like, this is exactly what, you've got your director just screaming at you, going, more energy! More energy! And you're just like, dude, we're dead.
There's no more. I'm done.
Totally. The energy has left the building. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Well, listen, I know you're short on time. I really appreciate just taking a few minutes with me. Like I said, I'm a huge fan. I wish you guys the best on this tour. Try to have some time to relax in there somewhere. Because you're gonna,
it's not gonna happen.
And it's gonna be cold. So I guess not as cold as Canada, though.
Well,
but this is cold for us right now.
Is it?
Yeah, well, we just came from Florida.
We're
and
adjusted
This is
to
south for about
it was
3 or 4
I'm heading up to Canada.
Where?
November. I'm gonna go to Toronto.
Oh,
Sorry.
You're going to the
Sorry about that.
You're going to the lame side. Sorry, Toronto.
Sorry about that.
We're really gonna go see a band in Buffalo, and my friend has never been to Canada, so we're just gonna kind of do a little loop there. But
nice.
so hopefully it'll be not too cold there. So yeah, they might not let me come back.
Cool.
All right, you guys. Well, listen. Have a great show.
Thanks so much.